Oh, what is up, everybody? Happy Saturday morning. It is Old Man Logan, and I'm here today again, like I said, 1 week later, talking about the games that I played throughout the week. And obviously, this is a series of 365 days of trophies. That means I'm getting at least one trophy per day for 365 days for the year of 2024. And so, yeah, we are here Saturday. I have hit that 13-day mark. Obviously, it's 13 days in the year so far. And we're going to kick over, and I am using, like I said, True Trophies. It's one of my favorite sites to go through and track my trophies that I've completed. But I got to pull up this view for the start of this video, just to kind of quickly go over some of the stuff that I did, because not everything shows. I've played a shit ton of stuff, apparently, because it's my second time recording this video and I missed a couple of things. So we're going to get in here real quick here. So I did play Call of the Sea on the 6th, which was last Saturday. And I forget where the trophy is at right here. Yep, right here. I started on the 6th. I completed the game and got the platinum on the 7th. As you can see here, Call of the Sea, January 7th. Boom, big da bang, boom, boom. Then we also did Spyro the Dragon. I got 14 out of 37 trophies. I played that through the 8th here. That's where I wanted to get to, because this here doesn't show up in the one side, right? So here I played it January 7th, January 8th. I will go back to it, and my goal is I'm working on getting the platinum for it. So I'm partially there. I think it was 38% of the way for getting the platinum. I do plan on going through and doing all the Spyro games this year. But I'm starting with the first one, and so we're just going on with that. So then I believe I can go back here. Should be on the 8th now, and everything else should show up correctly. So here on the 8th, so obviously I did Spyro the Dragon on the 8th as well. Got a bunch of trophies in that. Then I also went and did Synapse. Synapse is such a fantastic game. I think I'm going to do a separate video detailing Synapse a little bit more in depth and talking about my thoughts and feelings of it. But I loved it. It's a PlayStation VR 2 exclusive game. It's such a fun game, guys. I cannot tell you, like, if you have a PlayStation VR 2 and you are playing Synapse, have access to bought it, whatever, it's a dope game. It's a roguelike where you got one hand, it's like your special ability, basically, like you just have telekinesis powers and you can grab stuff, whether it be explosive barrels, blow them up, boxes, whatever. Then you can upgrade your character where you can actually pick up enemies and slam them all around, dude. I loved it. And then you have your other hand is your main weapon. You got a pistol, shotgun, grenade launcher, a machine pistol, stuff like that you come around, so you can like do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I absolutely love it. It's roguelike, so you can go through and basically you gotta, if you go through the runs and you die, then it gets reset all the way to the beginning. Then you can upgrade your character depending on what stuff you did in your run to become more powerful, upgrade your health, upgrade the amount of ammo you have, upgrade your telekinesis power, upgrade how much, basically like the currency to like buy different upgrades throughout the run. You can start with more, you can do those type of upgrades. And it's just a solid game. So as you can see how much I loved it this week. You'll see that I played it a lot. Then I played The Walking Dead Destinies. I would not recommend this game. I got another video already recorded that I'm going to put up about The Walking Dead Destinies, so I'm not going to talk too much on it. I would not recommend it. I would not recommend buying it, anything like that. It was a cool concept, poor execution, which you'll hear in my video all about it whenever I put that up. But I played it for a little bit. Got 4 trophies on the 8th. Basically, that's all I played on the 9th. And then you'll kind of see a rolling trend here, right? I would start with Synapse and go into Walking Dead, right? Then one day I just did all Synapse on the 11th. Went and played and got a shit ton of trophies in it. Did a whole bunch of different kind of stuff. And then you got, boom. So that's January 11th. The trophies for The Walking Dead Destinies, they're not too hard. Like literally, like this gold trophy, heavyweight trophy, was just to take out one of the big enemies with melee. Which if you're playing on the easiest difficulty, which is what I'm doing because there is no difficulty trophy, so why would I put myself through hell? The only difference between the difficulties is like how much stamina, how much health you take. There's not really too much of a difference with the difficulty, but the game's not good enough to even warrant playing on a harder difficulty. Like, I'm just playing on easy, just trying to get through. I do feel like I have one trophy that is glitched on me that I might have to go back and replay the entire game, because no matter how many times I tried it, it would not pop for me. And it's this video, it's this trophy. I mean, this might be like a spoiler for the game, but not really a spoiler, because if you watch the TV show, whatever. But obviously at the end of season 2, you have the choice, like, kill Shane, right? Who? That's literally in the TV show. It's been out for however many, right? But there's a trophy that you gotta kill Shane in the fight that you have with him, because he's like almost like a boss fight. You gotta kill him within like 3 minutes. And so, like, I even timed myself. Pulled up my phone, put a timer for 3 minutes, did the boss fight, had 40 seconds to spare after I did the boss fight, and the trophy would not pop. So I might have to actually go through and replay the entire game again, just to get to that spot. But it's in Act 2. It's not that big. I stopped right at the beginning of Act 3. As you can see, I stopped playing it after this. But that's where I'm at with the Walking Dead Destinies. I do plan on getting a platinum, depending on how difficult that's going to be. If I got to replay it again, I can't get. If I got any other troubles with other trophies later down the road, my goal is to platinum it, send that bitch back to GameFly. But anyways, so that was on the 10th. January 11th, I played another, like I said, another shit ton of snaps. And obviously, yesterday, January 12th, I went and I actually got the platinum for Synapse. I got the Synaptic Perfection trophy. I got to do a whole nother video on this. I loved it. I had so much fun going for the platinum for this game. Because there was a bit of a challenge to it, but it was just like you just had certain objectives. So it was kind of like it changed how you played, like your run a little bit here and there, and what abilities and stuff you use, just to get like the trophies. But it kind of made it like, oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be more creative? How, like, you get to like what things am I going to pick to upgrade? Because there's like this one trophy where you have to kill a certain amount of enemies with enemy grenades. So if they throw a grenade, you can pick up the grenade and then basically throw it over the enemies. And so I'd be like looking for them perfect opportunities where there'd be like a whole bunch of enemies bunched up, and then I'd wait till like somebody threw a grenade, grabbed a grenade and took it over and dumped it on them and blew them all up. And then there's like, as you go through the certain areas, you can actually upgrade like how much damage your explosives do. So if I grab that grenade and I have that ability, you know, unlocked, you know, and upgraded a little bit more as I'm going through, obviously the damage, the radius of my grenade is going to be a lot better, and take out more enemies. So that's like, you kind of would think about, okay, I want to go for this. So how do I make that, you know, as easy as possible, and, you know, clear out, you know, like take out 4 or 5 enemies, you know, with one grenade versus one grenade for one enemy. So it kind of changed, you know, a little bit how you played when you go for the trophies, which I really like that. I think that's good trophy planning, because it gets you to think about different ways to tackle your next objective. So if I looked at like, okay, I want to do this. Now, obviously there was some that were relatively easy, and just time consuming ones, like kill X amount of this enemy, kill X amount of this enemy, kill X amount of enemies with a shotgun, kill X amount of enemies with a grenade launcher, kill this enemy with this weapon, stuff like that. But it, you know, so those were just like, those weren't hard, but it's like, hey, I gotta, you know, when I get into the run, am I going to get a grenade launcher? Am I going to get this weapon? When am I going to get this weapon? And am I going to be able to use it towards whatever the enemies that I got to use it to, right? So that was that. I got the completion for that. Loved it. And then I went into Metal Hellsinger for the PlayStation 4. So if you remember last week, the very first game that I platinum for the year was Metal Hellsinger for PlayStation 5, right? So I love that game so much that I was like, you know what? I'm going to download the PS4 version, and then I'm going to play that and platinum it. So that's what I ended on yesterday. And then obviously, as you can see, January 13th, I did pop a trophy in Metal Hellsinger for the video, just real quick. So I could show you that I got 13 days. So if I scroll down here, where's the trophy streaks? Right? Can you guys see that? Yep. Trophy streaks started on January 1st, 24 for 13 days. So that's today, January 13th. And I'm at 244 trophies for the year. That's pretty dope. That's like crazy because if you look back in January of 2022 at 13 days, so like the same streak, but significantly, like literally half of the trophies that I got. And then if you look, you know, November 9th, 13 days was the last time I got a 13-day streak. I only had 85 trophies, and obviously my highest, which I'm going to beat it because I let this streak die because I wanted an exact even 365 days for. Yeah, I'm chugging along. I am chugging along with the trophies. 244 trophies year to date so far, in 13-day streaks. So, and I'll probably platinum Metal Hellsinger on PlayStation 4 today or tomorrow, and then that will get added to my platinum collection. I just love Metal Hellsinger. It's great game. It's easy to platinum it or 100% it if you're on Xbox, because there's actually 2 achievement lists on Xbox side. There's one for the Xbox One and there's one for the Xbox Series X and S, as well as it's got 2 different trophy lists, one for PlayStation 4, one for PlayStation 5, and it's not too hard now to do it. At the beginning when it first launched, it was a little bit harder, but the developers actually went and added an accessibility option, which I have taken full advantage of, that makes it a lot easier to where all of your hits are on beat. And it just honestly, it makes the game more fun. I get that it's supposed to be like a rhythm based game, right? Where you're supposed to make your shots go with the beat of the song. But it has such a badass soundtrack. It has such a badass gameplay that, like, honestly, that was like one of the things I felt like hindered the game so much, was like the fact that you had to be like so worried about, oh, I gotta hit on beat. And when you take that away, like the fun factor of the game just goes out through the roof. It just goes good. So I hope like that maybe they'll take that feedback, if they've gotten that feedback and realize whatever sequel that they make, that they just need to just make it a badass game with badass music, badass gameplay, and do a sequel to it, and get rid of the whole beat stuff too, because I think that they had a fantastic series here. But I want to end this a little bit quicker than last week's video. So if you guys liked the video, hit the like button down below. Obviously hit the comment button too. And I will see you guys in the next video, whatever it be, if it's about the Walking Dead Destinies, if it's about Synapse, or if it's even next week with week 3, right, of 365 days. So if you guys like that video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. And that's it. Peace. Mwah! Bye.